Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd and inches, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Cook. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course, you're
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. To throw, Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Williams. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. All the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. For the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game. But this is part of the NFL 100 series because these two teams met way back in Super Bowl IV with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl IV, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking,
under pressure, and they got to him again.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. The 30. 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 5'9", touchdown, defense. 59, Alpha.
Cousins from the gun on third. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes going to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They begin the drive with Williams. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He was brought down by Eric Wilson. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. A well-executed 22-yard gain. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and then you try.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. Now the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Gun. Good route here. Hey, orbit.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing, Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Yellow, yellow.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead
1 minute left in this game.
No victory.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now he'll escape to his right. That is caught by Williams for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Take that low. Take that low right there. it low right there. Throw it low right now.
I can actually share my screen and show the upgrade. We can do that in a visit like this. Play this function. Hey, listen to this.
nigga better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take no screens. Putting love from the window shop, ready to try. Different vibe, but you gotta ride on the tide. You never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You see that? On my hip is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the views. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the views. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the views. Yeah, sleeping in the streets, chase on the news. What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase up the views. Great color cruise. No, I could be number 2. MVP to me more valuable. They sweet as apple juice. So the trophies I done grabbed if you can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop me in tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like 2 boxes to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit your team, shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. So don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy. Yeah, big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You see that? On my hip is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the blues. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the blues. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the blues. Yeah, sleeping in the street, chase on the news.
I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
loco si me no verte. Dolor en la cama, aún sin mi parte. Te buscaba en mis sueños, deseando tenerte. Mucho tu rostro, por más que trato. Aún quedan muchos ratos, ya recono de la casa y story. It's that Texas Texas, California. Texas,
What's my favorite word?
Trying to hear you again, babe. I'll take a nap.
Trips I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to
that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't geese, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me pick over real quick. To let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bag, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap that's fast. If the money low, I'ma burn round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bag. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like 10-fold. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she in. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't geek, too bad, my bag. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Rick Rock. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg like a Madden league. The team is off the hook and you don't really go none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some. But you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be seen. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. You won't, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all think you're so why you won't touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my hair, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be seen. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. You won't, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, they get it.
We all hate the same thing, no doubt. But where did it come from? We learned how to fish the game. It came from somewhere. Something or somebody gave us the skill. All I'm saying is the people that taught us how to fish and feed our families are not here. And I feel that we're big enough to contribute to solve that situation ourselves. But it's in that path. Give us a lot. Doesn't matter. For us not to make like this in 2020. I just want to go.
don't ever play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jets. We ain't gonna run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Always my cause, they by my side. And we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gonna run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Always my cause, they by my side. And we gon' ride till we die.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and need it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and need it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Going big, going big. Everybody already know the click. With many wins, they know the shit. They will say, know the shit, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everybody already know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They will say, know the shit, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
PPP time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't nothing faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in the sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spinning knowledge, bet it's best you soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. On that lane switching, this is what the game is. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like the belly, it's so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Cada vez que lo oigo hablar, y el corazón igual. Se emociona, no razona, no lo puedo controlar.
porque yo sé que tú eres mala. Por eso traes chaleco activada. Chameaste en el asalto y terminaste en mi cuarto porque al final conmigo te respaldas. Tú te haces la loca, inteligente. Como me conoces, juega con mi mente. Todo el mundo es loco hasta que tiene otra de frente. De nacimiento una demente. Dale, ponte sushi por la naca en el suelo. Vamos a poner hierro, perro, no te velo. Yo soy como un Lambo, que es un buen veneno.
This is another DJ Smiley.
Only time I can wait.
What's up, man? You gotta download the software onto a computer. So you gotta, yeah. You can go there. It's free. It's free software. Download yeah, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Download the software. Then you can move music to your computer. You got to move it out on your computer. You just move it over to the software. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet of what he knew, so I never get confused. Generally, on that board, you can loop or you can filter it out. Basically, it's got a effects button on there or whatever, and you can basically just filter them out to where you don't hear the words. You turn the kind of the bass gain up, and there should be a filter button right next to the bass, and you can filter the words out. So, but what I normally do is I go find, you can find on YouTube, you can find like instrumentals and acapellas. And I do that. I just download straight from YouTube. Just Google the or YouTube the instrumental version of something or like the acapella version of something, and then download it. That's probably what I do. But yeah, if I get if I have songs or whatever that I want to kind of take the music out of, I just filter the music out. Or if I want to take words out, I just filter the words out. So you get that up, right? Let me know that I show you how to It's real simple, bro. I can show you how to record like East and West conversations through your joystick. All you have to do is, so if you stick it up to the machine and it records. You can record it through your computer, and that's how you get all your, all them effects or whatever. Then you can just take samples, because that pad it's got 8 pads on each side too. So you can get 8 samples on each side of somebody's voice. So you can record like 8 samples, and all you gotta do is hit those buttons, and then those samples will be there. Yeah, we'll have fun with it. I have to walk you through when you get a little bit more detail, walk you through it on like FaceTime or something like that. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's a good one to have there, boy. That's a good one for somebody that wants to DJ good and don't really have the funds to go out and get big time stuff. But you can still get the job real good with that. So yeah, that's a great board for real. Yeah, that's the one CJ got. I'll let him have mine. So I played with it about a week. I took it to Dallas. I did so much party in Dallas. I was moving once. I was leaving here. That was just fun though. Yeah, well, yeah. I still got that one. They still up there too. I ain't figured out what I want to do with it. I was like, shit. I've only played with it like twice. Not necessarily. It's just kind of the same thing. Everything on that board, you have to make either with imported music or a microphone. So if you got a microphone on there, he just loops his own beats. So he can record himself going, and it'll keep looping that if he does it. And you can do that like, see, it's got 5 different recordings. So he can do that beat, or he can play an instrument with it and record that. So everything that goes in there, he can record. So it's similar to the board you got. It's a lot similar to that, but it's not a loop station. What he has is a loop station. We have to manually program our loop stations on these boards. That was already programmed. Yeah, when you get your laptop, yeah, we'll definitely show you what's happening. Yeah.
Kanye West. It's what y'all been waiting for, ain't it? DJ Smile.
No puedo, eso me tiene dormido, no puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir, no puedo seguir, sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo por esa mujer. Tengo que olvidarme de ella. No puedo seguir sufriendo.
Mesa que más aplauda, mesa que más aplauda, mesa que más aplauda, levanta la niña.
Para bailar la bamba, dicen que es pecado comer con un adulterio, pero yo no puedo ocultar esto que siento.
Live in the mix. Damas y caballeros, con ustedes.
Yo te invito a ser un
No puedo seguir subido por el...
ay, 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 ay. Me muero por decírmelo, pero no me puedo. Ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay.
playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damages. Their reaction, play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a piece of my animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote in the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think you can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed to be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, got me. End zone, watch me celebrate. I got me. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man.
yo, Yankee Pasta me inspiró, bajo fuerte como Ron, baila con mi pantalón bailando reggaetón. No se lo voy a negar, si la mujer pide, y yo le voy a dar. Y si no lo pide, no se lo voy a negar, no se lo voy a negar, no se lo voy a negar.
Cada vez que lo veo pasar, mi corazón se enloquece y me empieza a palpitar. Se emociona, no razona, no lo puedo controlar.
Young money's on. J. Cole, it's your boy, Big Sean. Kanye West is what y'all been waiting for, ain't it?
Hago el mejor intento, el tiempo pasa lento y yo me voy muriendo. Llega la noche y tú no contestas, no me quedo esperando a tu puerta. Vivo pensando las noches se velan, sigo cantando bajo la luna llena. Súbeme la radio que está mi canción, siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor, vamos a juntar la luna y el sol. Súbeme la radio que está mi canción, siente el bajo que va subiendo. Tráeme el alcohol que quita el dolor, vamos a juntar la luna y el sol. Bailando mi bugalú, Micaela te pasó. Que te botó, Micaela te pasó. Micaela, cuando bailas, la puerta arrebata. Micaela, cuando bailas, la arrebata. Toda la gente la llama la reina del bugalú. Que te botó, que te botó, que te botó. Y cuando yo bailo con ella, atrás me dejo. Cuando yo baile con ella, Micaela te botó.
Thank you, how to get the softball, brother.